Hey everyone, I hope you're well. Recently, Staycation did an excellent video interviewing some of the writers on the Apex dev team, and they talked about some of the kind of things we can see in Season 5. It's definitely worth a watch, especially if you care about the lore. It's a really awesome video. So today I want to talk about something specifically that they kind of talked about and my theories for what we'll see in Season 5 and beyond. Now, they mentioned something about relationships, both friend-based relationships and more than friend relationships that will evolve in Season 5 and beyond. So I want to look at some of those kind of relationships we may see in the games and how they may evolve in the future. It looks like Season 5 is sort of the stepping stone for a future of awesome story-based content and just more lore, more lore. It's going to be great. So we have a couple of, couples, I guess, that we can match together. We may see some evolving storylines based on these interactions, maybe in-game or in lore pieces. So the first one is, of course, Mirage and Pathfinder. Now, they're an interesting duo. They kind of obviously are friends, but Mirage seems to not want to admit it. Now, Pathfinder is just this great, cheery guy who just kind of brings that happiness that Mirage really needs. So that's a duo that we may get to see kind of evolve. I don't think it's too serious. It's going to be more of a light-hearted thing. So maybe this is something we'd see in small quips or just like small elements in story trailers and things like that. So there's not too much to talk about that one. Next we have, surprise, another kind of interesting interaction between Mirage and Crypto. Now, it was recently mentioned by Tommy Casiello, one of the developers and writers for Apex Legends, that the kind of, I don't know what to call it, bromance between Crypto and Mirage is only just beginning. We saw it at the start of Season 3, and it looks like we're going to see that develop more in the future, which is really cool. So Mirage is sort of just gonna, he's got a lot of friends, which is cool. I feel like there's a lot of humor and light-hearted fun to be had between the interactions between Mirage and Pathfinder and Mirage and Crypto. So we may get to see that more and see it evolve in the future. It's going to be those characters that kind of provide that entertainment and comedy in the Apex world, which is great because a lot of the other stories are based on death, killing, and revenge. So yeah, it's nice. Now next, of course, we have Loba and Revenant. Now, they also made it very clear in Staycation's video that obviously everyone's going to be wondering what's going to happen when Loba and Revenant are on the same team. Now, if you want to check out the video yourself, I won't put any clips here because I gotta say, you gotta go watch it. It's really good. But essentially, the writers said that they've made very sure that it will feel natural when they play together. There will be some kind of interactions that will happen, and I think that we'll see some elements in the story that will kind of explain what happens between Loba and Revenant. Now, there's a lot of theories going around. I'm not too sure on a solid theory that I want to share. So, and the season is not very far away. So I think we'll just wait. But I do think that perhaps Loba will do something to Revenant's programming. Maybe she'll hunt down his brain, which is stored in one of the facilities under King's Canyon. Maybe she'll destroy that. Maybe she will learn something about Revenant that kind of makes her feel sorry for him in a weird way. I don't know. Either way, there's definitely going to be an evolving story there, and it might be kind of like a pivotal point of Season 5 and the whole quests thing. That's just speculation on my part. I don't know how it will go, but it's definitely a very story-heavy interaction that will happen between those two, and perhaps in the game itself as we're playing. Next, we have perhaps the cutest little couple, I guess. You have Caustic and Watson. Now, no, Caustic isn't dating Watson. Caustic is the father figure for Watson. It's been mentioned now a couple times, so it's confirmed by the devs. That theory I made was like pinpoint. So that's one of the few theories that I've made. Actually, probably the only theory video that I've made that's been absolutely perfect. So that's really cool to see. I'm really excited to see that relationship kind of flourish. What's interesting is, like I said in my theory video, Watson really has the chance to turn Caustic into a cold killer to a compassionate, caring man. Now, it's an interesting dynamic because Caustic obviously has this urge to experiment on deadly toxic gases and experiment on killing people. I mean, he sort of finds joy in that a little bit, but there's still humanity in him. It kind of reminds me of Dexter. I don't know if you've watched that show. Dexter is essentially a serial killer who just has this urge to kill, but as he's trying to build a fake life around him and surround people around him so he can hide in plain sight, he learns that he's a lot more human than he realizes. And Watson will provide that same kind of thing for Caustic. He's going to realize he's a lot more human, and he may kind of, learn some compassion along the way. Perhaps we'll see that in game in some way. I'm not sure how it'll evolve, but I definitely think this is an evolving storyline we'll get to see in season 5 and beyond. Although Watson's never going to change Caustic, right? I mean, they are killing each other on the battlefield. Caustic's always going to have that urge to do all those kind of experiments. I don't think that's going to change, but we might get to see sort of a more human side of Caustic. Maybe he'll open up and actually share his emotions instead of seeming like a grumpy dad, which is basically what he is right now, strangely enough. Maybe we'll learn more about Watson too. There's definitely a bonding experience that can happen between those two characters, and I think it's just so cute. Next, we have two other characters. Now, a lot of people think Octane and Watson may date. Oh god, this is turning into like a family drama, sitcom or something. Imagine if Octane and Watson dated and then Caustic disagreed with the whole thing and he was very mad. That's just very humorous. I don't think it'll get to that point. I don't know. But actually, there's more of an interaction between Octane and Lifeline, and I think that's the more realistic situation here. Octane and Lifeline were from the same planet. Octane sort of guilted Lifeline into forging the documents for Octane's legs, and there's this kind of friendship that's a little bit filled with banter, and they care about each other a lot, but they're never serious. So I wonder what will happen between these two. That storyline is definitely going to develop in the future, and I'm really curious how it will go, how it will end up. Are they just friends? Will they end up being more? What will happen there? I'm really, really curious. That's a very interesting storyline, and I hope to see that in season 5. I think that in a strange way, they have very similar personalities. I mean, Octane and Lifeline are both very full-on. They're energetic. They're filled with sort of just a passion for energy and life, I guess, strangely enough. So it's a strange couple. Maybe it will be a couple, who knows. Now, there are a lot of characters that I'm not sure what their stories or interactions with others will be. I mean, you have Gibraltar, he's sort of just a good friend to everybody. So I don't know if Gibraltar will have any kind of major interactions with the current characters. Maybe Lifeline. I think Gibraltar and Lifeline get on quite well as friends, but I'm not sure if we'll see that develop in the game. Bangalore is very cold, although maybe if anyone can get to Bangalore, it is Gibraltar. Gibraltar and Bangalore both have this sort of similar backgrounds, in my opinion. I mean, Bangalore is obviously IMC. She's had experience in the war. Gibraltar hasn't. He worked with search and rescue, but they've seen their comrades die all around them, so they have that similar sort of background in that way. Although Gibraltar is caring, loving, compassionate, he shows his emotions, on his shoulder. He puts his heart on his shoulder. Bangalore is very closed, very quiet. She keeps all of her emotions inside. So, that would be a good interaction, but there's never been any hint of that in the game. That's more of something that I'd like to see. Then we have Wraith as well. Wraith in Crypto is an interesting one because we saw Wraith use a USB in the Voidwalker trailer which had Crypto's logo on it. So will there be some kind of development there? Maybe. It's possible, but we have these kind of interconnected stories at this point. Crypto and Mirage, Crypto and Wraith, Crypto and Loba maybe, because, he's just good at hacking, so who knows. There's so many different endless possibilities, and I'm super, super excited for the lore in Season 5 and beyond. If you care about lore and story, I think the next few seasons are going to be the best for it in terms of what we've heard from the team. They're talking about creating more evolving stories, and like I say, you got to watch this Staycation video to kind of get the whole picture, but it's super, super exciting. Cannot wait to see it evolve more. We have just 1 week left now. I'm I am unbelievably hyped. I really cannot wait. I don't think I've been this excited for a season before. I mean, season 3 was quite exciting, but season 5 is like the first season. We don't really know what's going to happen, right? We do not know, and I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. There's also supposed to be a trailer, a launch trailer for Apex Legends Season 5 tomorrow, so I'll be watching that and reacting to it. So make sure you stop by this channel, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave your thoughts down below, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be a great one. See you in the comments. Cheerio. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more content, I am currently doing a sort of Apex training series in my members area, so it's just $2.99 a month to join, and I'll be adding new videos every week, and you can talk with me and ask me what videos or tips you want me to create, and I'll make videos specially created for the members. So yeah, definitely sign up for that.